Hello, welcome to Rusty Judgment. We had some Rusty Judgment going on here. We tried this 5 times and it was not working. Now it appears like it's working, and hopefully it is.
Well, we need your help with a couple things. I'll tell you a huge fail we had at the farmhouse, and Tom has a humble request for everyone as well.
Oh, I was like, I love it when Dawn puts me on the spot with something I have no idea what we're talking about. I do know what we're talking about.
How nice does this look?
Dude, her office looks beautiful.
On Tuesday, I'll show this on YouTube, but it just looks nice.
And I know what someone is thinking. There's no knob here or trim, and it's not stained.
That's okay. Anyways, what is your humble request?
All right. So if y'all look, right now we are at 39,874 for subscribers. If we could hit 40,000 subscribers while we're on this live stream, I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
You should give away a prize.
I'll give away a prize. What do you want?
How about one of our favorite Milwaukee?
Some of our stuff?
I'll go find something quick. One of our favorite, like, Milwaukee, it's the time of year for, like, a leaf blower or a spin trim. Or
I'll buy your love.
All right, so you have to set a. Okay,
I don't know how any of that works though. You're the wizard.
To be able to pick someone?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll reply comment to somebody, and we'll put their name in the description.
If you comment on this live stream, you're entered to win something. What are we giving them?
Well, I mean, I like giving away Milwaukee stuff because it's so nice.
I like owning Milwaukee stuff.
Yeah.
Can I subscribe twice? That would be a neat trick.
I think it negates the subscription though, so we're gonna
technically you could unsubscribe and resubscribe, but that doesn't help us.
You could, but everyone who's commenting, if we hit the subscribers, whether you've already subscribed, because you guys you're our BFFs, right? So likely many of you have already subscribed, so you're included if you comment.
Yes.
If we can hit 40,000 by the end of this.
All right. So Dawn said Milwaukee leaf blower. We will send you a Milwaukee leaf blower.
Or an Amazon
gift card for the equivalent dollar amount of money. Milwaukee leaf blower.
I don't actually want that. I'm going to buy whatever I want.
If you buy a different brand, you can go ahead and unsubscribe.
No.
I'm kidding. To each their own.
That's awesome. Well, do you want to give a quick update and you can talk about my rusty judgment? It was pretty rusty.
Dawn had some rusty judgment.
But you can give an update first if you want.
We have cabinets painted at the farmhouse. They're lovely. I wish we were showing them to you right now.
Hey, and by the way, how much of it did Dawn do?
All of it.
Adeline primed a lot, but not all of it.
And Adeline sanded all the cabinets.
Okay.
Dawn came in and did like the pretty work. Like she had like her grunt, our oldest daughter, do like the manual labor, and Dawn comes in with it all clean, and she's like, camera on, I'm going to do some painting. And then what happened?
And then I was trying to record. Don't you just love the transformation when you're going from the white primer to putting this beautiful paint color on? It's called Elusive Green, and we'll show it next week. It's this beautiful paint color. And so I wanted to set up my phone as a camera so I could record it because it looked so good. And Tom didn't have the right tripod top over there. So I'm not new to this. I take a step ladder, a gallon of paint, I prop up my phone, I go to town. Well, then I needed to move the ladder. So
what would you do? Let's ask the question. What would you do if you have a ladder with a gallon of paint on? You were using it as a makeshift tripod.
The lid was on.
Hold on. We're not there yet. What would you do? Would you just grab the whole thing and slide it? Or would you take the paint can off first and then put it back?
I thought because the paint can was full and I was like supporting it with one hand, I was like grabbing under the rung it was on and the other hand at the hanger, and like I was just trying to like slowly go. I'm like, it'll be fine, no big deal. And then you actually walked out of the room at the same time and you were like, what are you doing? And I'm like, and then I look at you and I take my attention off the paint can hits the ground. And when it's happening, I'm like, the lid should stay on it. It'll be fine. No, it exploded.
So it was white trim paint, semi-gloss. It honestly looks like it was photoshopped. Like it looks like it was photoshopped all over everything. It puked all over the brand new front door we have, and walls that were finished painted, and trim Yeah, can you do that?
You can kind of see it a little bit.
And then all over the floor. Whoops.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
And then all over my feet and the bottom of my jeans. It doesn't actually look as bad on here.
It was
pretty bad.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
It did not come off. Most of it came off. The finish of the cabinets may have also came off.
Well, no, of the door. That
Or the
was
door,
the
yeah.
problem. Like, it's just interior latex paint. So I'm like, that's not that big of a deal. Well, the door has a wood grain texture to it.
Yeah.
And the finish started coming off of it if I tried to scrub at all. We're talking just using a rag, not even using the finish was coming off the door. I'm like, what is this?
And then it's like, okay, so the door doesn't look terrible anymore. It doesn't look brand new like it did. The trim, we can repaint the trim, we can repaint the wall, but it got like in the crack. This is what drives me nuts the most. It got in the crack behind the door and the jamb. Yeah. So it's like inside of there, which is not supposed to be white. It's supposed to be wood color. And it got in the hinges. So I was like, oh, this is not what I was hoping for.
Yeah. So
so Dawn's not invited back to help paint.
That's fine. I don't even want to paint the cabinets.
You told them you would.
I know. That's why I cut my commitment. No, it just took a couple hours to clean up. It was just a bummer because it was like a full can of paint.
It was $100 gallon.
Yeah, it was really expensive trim paint. I didn't want to spend the time cleaning it up. Like I was planning on painting cabinets then. So it was just one of those things. Then my feet are out. My favorite sandals.
Did you get your sandals clean?
I haven't tried yet. I'm gonna try still. Oh yeah, remember when Adeline accidentally knocked over the can of paint on your bedroom carpet? Yes, I actually did. I was transported right back to that time. That was harder because that was carpet, right? Tom wasn't even home then, and I had to use a rug doctor.
I didn't even know.
That was, and the carpet is still crunchy. You can't see it, but it's like still crunchy.
Is that in our old bedroom?
No, our current one on our new carpet.
Really?
Yeah.
Do I even know about this?
Yeah. Oh, it was in a video. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Sure.
But it's just like one of those things. Like anytime, it's like you could kind of take the stance of like Tom would be like, "Oh, that stuff always happens to me," right? Or you can be like,
"Okay, now."
If you're doing anything, like stuff happens,
All right.
Like it
so
just happens.
Here's the thing.
So if you don't do anything, if you just sit at home and hold your hands in your lap, these things will not happen to you. But
Thank you.
You got to do
for
stuff,
that.
right?
All right. So what may have happened when that happened was Tom. I may have freaked out and was really distressed about it. Dawn had a smile on her face the whole time, and she said, "Will you get my phone and record this?"
I'm like, well,
and I was like, "Can we please start wiping it off before it dries?"
I'm like, "Get my phone, record it, and I will gladly start cleaning it up."
Meanwhile, it's like the paint can is still laying on the side, and it's like oozing all over the floor.
Like so
Dawn's like, "Will you get my phone?"
Do you know what was remarkable though? What surprised me? That thick paper you have down on the floor.
Yeah,
it did not go through it.
That's why I put it down. A lot of people questioned
if it was worth
me putting that down. Well, me putting the new flooring down before finishing the rest of the house. Like I got a plan, you guys. Like I got a plan. Spilling paint was not part of the plan. Yeah. But anyway, so it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. I think I'm gonna work. There's still a little bit on the door. I'm gonna try and get off a little bit more. I think it'll be fine.
Like it's actually like this same style. There's like still some like inside the crack there is hard to get out.
So I'll just need to take a little more time with it. But the cabinets look awesome. I'm excited to show them to you.
The new countertops look awesome too.
It's turning out even better than I was expecting it to.
It feels that way? It does. It feels like a flip house.
Yeah.
But we're not flipping it.
No, I'm actually like super excited for someone to get to live there. Like I was even today, I was over there. I'm like looking out the window. The fields are starting to turn. Oh, Minnesota, it's already fall here, but the fields are starting to turn. You just look out the window, and I'm like, what a great place! Like someone's gonna get to live here. I'm really happy for them. So I think that's super cool. All right, do you want to reiterate your subscription goal? You might have to grab your phone so we can look in your studio.
All right, so I currently have. Gosh, what is it? Let me look here. Don't let there be dead air. Remember, radio.
Sorry.
Dead air. No dead air.
everyone turns the channel.
39,880 subscribers.
Okay, so we've gotten 3?
We
Is
got
that what
6.
6. All right, guys, we can do better.
Hold on,
We used to
this
do-
is all our BFFs.
I know, you've already
you guys gotta,
subscribed.
you have to.
I know. Or
bring
you're
in
watching on your
friends.
TV and you don't know how to subscribe. It's totally fine.
Or you don't have an account. I understand.
I know.
Anyway, yep. Somebody said 39. We are going to give away a Milwaukee leaf blower to someone who comments.
We'll probably
right?
just give it
Is
away
it coming?
anyways, right? Because that's fun to do.
Yeah, no, we are.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay.
And somehow we're going to randomly select that. I don't know how we're going to do that because we just came up with this. We've been on for 10 minutes and 23 seconds.
There's actually
9 minutes ago.
There's a website. It's called Random Comment Selector.
Oh, okay.
So we'll run it through that. We'll make sure it's
John's
really
done
fair.
this before. I have not.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So we're. I mean, I feel like we're really on the home stretch with the farmhouse. Do you feel like
I've been feeling that way for a while, and then I look around and I'm like,
nope.
There is a lot of little things left.
Yeah.
But it does feel like we're on the home stretch. The kitchen is like mostly together. There's some little details yet to have it like to where we can show you guys. I did not want to put out a video today because we're not completely done with the kitchen. And I'm like, you know what? Let's wait a little bit. Let's let everybody see it completed.
Yeah.
You guys have stuck around enough for like videos where you had to have been wondering, like, Tom, did this take you a week?
Anything?
Did this really take you a week?
Like, what were you doing?
I don't want to do that anymore. So I want you guys to get like really dramatic transformation.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do.
All right.
You're gonna see it completed.
You know,
what's the squeak?
I don't know. It was a beep.
Okay.
You know, that does remind me. So last week, your video, you were showing how to plug a tire, which was fascinating.
Yep.
And I know there were some comments of like, hey, you shouldn't be plugging that tire. Like, what was your thoughts on that?
It's our tire. I'll plug it.
No. But what was the reason why people
too close to the shoulder, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a tire like this. This is the bottom of your tire that runs on the road. There's a distance that you're not supposed to patch if you're a company. If you're not a company,
where did you work before?
I actually worked at Tires Plus as a tire tech and a mechanic like 18 years ago for a couple of years. I worked
so you
full-time.
know all the rules.
Yeah, I worked full time for my parents, and then I didn't have a life, so I worked full time as a tire tech and a mechanic nights and weekends.
And then you could get new tires for your trucks.
I actually had multiple vehicles back then, believe it or not, and I had multiple sets of wheels and tires for said vehicles because that was my life before I met this lovely one. So you are not supposed to patch, like, I could draw it all out.
But within a certain distance.
Then we'd start losing people. We're trying to gain people here. Certain distance of the sidewall. Well, there's actually like different, like between the siping in the tires.
Oh, yeah.
That outside ring you're not supposed to patch or plug.
Mm-hmm.
Do it anyway.
Well, and
don't patch a sidewall though.
No, what's been your experience when you patch this tire?
Totally fine.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, and I asked you, I'm like, well, like, is this a safety concern? Like, is it going to blow out? Like, then don't do it. That's silly.
No, they're prone to leaking. The closer to the shoulder you do them, the more they'll leak, which is why companies won't do them because they have to warranty the patch. They're not going to do that.
Sure.
But if you get like to the shoulder itself, like right on the edge or sidewall, no go.
There's nothing you can do.
It's done.
Well, and let's face it, tire places want to sell more tires, right?
Well, I mean, you could say that about everything. So
that's your job. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's holding well. That was the second patch plug in that tire.
In that same tire, like in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm glad I have a handyman to do that.
We picked up a nail in my tire in my pickup too.
Okay, we need to get one of those really strong magnets and have the kids start running around with them because.
Yeah.
Okay.
Construction projects travel down the driveway.
Yep. All right, and then what else has kind of been distracting your attention this week a little bit?
So the moved-in shed, it actually where we're sitting right now, it is right here behind us. The moved-in shed that was behind Dawn in my backyard, it was behind our house. We had moved all around the buildings here, and we had it placed over here, and then we jacked it up, and then we re-tinned it, windows, doors, garage doors, all that stuff. We'd never finished the inside. We are working on finishing the inside right now, and It makes my heart so happy.
Well, and the reason being because we had a snag with the permit that we need to keep going on the
Yes.
cracked house.
Yes. Because
that was supposed to get cement in the basement first, but the permit wasn't going through.
Guess we're gonna do the shop.
So Tom already had it on their calendar to pour cement. He's like,
"Can you flip flop the dates?"
Because it's been hard to. I mean, they keep pushing it out, and like, I mean, everyone's busy, obviously.
There's
right?
so the concrete company I use, they're kind of like the best and like on the cheaper side of things.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 concrete guys on our road that we live on who are very pricey. We don't use any of our neighbors, but so these people, they're really good. They're cheaper. And so, like Dawn said, we were going to have the basement poured at the cracked house, the moved-in house we started last year. So we can keep moving on that one. The plumbers are having some tough time with permits over there, which actually makes me feel good because I had tough times with permits too. So now seeing that it's not just
you.
So we locked in dates for the basement to get poured and the shop to get poured because we need the shop to get poured before the ground freezes, before winter. And so we were able to flip-flop the dates. So the shop is getting concrete poured in less than 2 weeks. And then the beginning of October, the basement will get, look at Dawn's face. She just like,
I've heard this a lot of times, believe it or not. Sorry.
That's actually what you do the majority of when I start talking.
Great. That's funny. No, it's gonna be. I was kind of zoning a little bit. Sorry about that.
They all noticed.
Oh, that's awesome. Anyways,
Did
sorry.
you have something to say or what?
No, I was just looking at some comments. People are like, was your channel named something different in the beginning?
It was Trucks and Tractors. We were originally going to make videos around trucks and tractors, farming stuff for kids. And then YouTube changed their position on videos directed towards kids. And so we thought, let's just not do that.
Yeah. And then we kind of started having these housing projects come up. That wasn't necessarily on our radar when you started
No, it wasn't.
Channel.
No. And then, like, sorry, I'm distracted. No, and then I was going to do auto-related stuff. Turns out that's a big audience to get into, and it didn't go super spectacular. You did it again.
No, I'm listening.
And we shifted. You went down to 1 video a week on the Minimal Mom channel, and so then we shifted all our projects to mine.
Yep.
And then we started doing these houses, and it just here we are.
Yep.
If you have a question, it would be the easiest. Dawn tells this every time, has not said it yet, to do 2 question marks in front of your question. Then we can. Otherwise, they kind of blend in.
All right, I have a couple
it's
here.
Hard to see.
Okay. How are the boys doing? They're doing great. Recovery was a little more intense than what we expected, but they're good. They're both good to go now. So, and we're glad we did it. What are you going to do after it's all finished?
Oh.
Do you want to share your master plan?
Yes. Can I share them the full master plan?
The involves a warmer state plan?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we currently have 3 houses in the works. The farmhouse, the cracked house, which is the moved-in house, not like other kind of medicinal.
I don't know if there's medicinal.
I don't know if it's
crack.
medicinal. Anyway, I don't do any of that, so I have no knowledge of it.
House, cracked.
Cracked, drywall cracked house. Moved-in house, then we have another moved-in house that will go next door to it. Once those 3 homes are done, we are potentially going. Well, so there's a really dumpy house directly across.
We never know who watches.
Within 5 miles from our house. Directly 5 miles somewhere from our house that we look at a lot, and we don't want to look at it like that forever. And the people who own it may not live there forever. So I'm sorry, I'm really trying to save this. So that house is on our sites. I feel like you should cut me off here. So there's that, whatever that is. And then we have our current home. Do we want to spill the beans on that? Which aren't really beans. More like
we've talked about like lifting it up, putting a new basement and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
So we've actually talked about picking our house up, moving it back, putting a new basement underneath it, and then living there forever. We've also talked about building a brand new house, slab on grade, no basement, just small, really efficient.
Just so we could entertain, like
a
little more space.
Just really efficient
Maybe a master bathroom. With a soaking
Absolutely
tub.
a master bathroom because we share one shower with 6 people. And Dawn and my clothes are all over the house in different random locations because we just don't have a good place for that. So we've talked about building just a really efficient small home of our own. And then we would pick our current home up off, put it on a piece of land we do not own.
Yeah.
We would buy another lot somewhere, do this again,
Mm-hmm.
make our personal residence a rental somewhere else. That is all just to be determined. That's just a.
Or.
And then when all that's done.
Well, no, it's kind of like.
Okay, and or.
We're kind of like, once all these are done, let's save up, and then we could, if the house in our 5-mile radius came available, we could maybe buy that.
Across the 5-mile radius.
At that point, because we're talking like years.
We're talking many years down the road.
Like, or we could decide what to do with our house, or
buy a house in a very southern state, surrounded by water, to go to in the winter.
The house wouldn't be surrounded by water.
No, the state is surrounded by water.
Yeah.
Ideally, buy a house in Florida that needs a bunch of work that we can renovate and use as a. Texas would be awesome, but I would want to be in Texas more.
Texas, your weather has not been consistent enough for us in the winter.
We do love you though, a lot. But yeah, somewhere in Florida, somewhere that then we can let like all our friends and family and stuff use. I shook the whole table. But that's also many years out. This is just like a little glimpse of
Tom talks about all the
things
time.
I talk to Dawn about all the time.
So I was thinking.
So it was like 100 degrees in Minnesota for a long time now. 3 days ago, it went from 100 degrees to 70 degrees. And I told Dawn.
Like 65 degrees.
I know. I was like, Dawn, it's getting cold.
No, yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I don't know. And we're not totally sold on like where the warm weather location would be too. We want to do a little more traveling around too before we commit to that.
Well, that's the tough part. Like, so we've done some traveling, and there are so many beautiful places in this country that we've never been to, but they're seasonal. Like we were out west and it's gorgeous, but it gets cold there and then it gets snow there.
Yeah.
And then we were in Arizona and it was beautiful, but it gets 140 degrees there.
Yeah. I want 70 degrees. We've learned a lot when we've been camping in the winter, that there's like the 70-degree loop that like RVers will follow.
Yeah.
Or chasing 70.
Chasing 70, yeah.
Where you can be 70 the whole year round. I'm like, sign me up for that, man. Like,
cool.
We'd never probably full-time RV,
no.
But it is fun to go different places in the winter and try out different places. So, yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, we need to wrap up because my mom is expecting us over. My grandma and aunt are down visiting. So we need to go hang out with them for a little bit.
Also, hold on. So how do we
Where
do
are
that?
we at?
I don't know. It's okay. Not even close. That's no big deal.
Well, that one.
So how do we? I don't actually.
All right, here I'm doing it right now. Random comment selector. You have to keep talking while I do this.
Oh, you're speaking. There's no dead air because you keep talking.
I'm sorry. Oh, that's right. We don't get good phone service in here.
All right. So
actually, I wonder if we should do it on here.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but Dawn and I are really good at planning things. So, not on Instagram. On YouTube, right there. Right there. You passed it.
Sorry. So we just got to copy the URL.
Okay.
I think. All right.
Wow, you're really smart. I had no idea you could do this.
Ready?
All right. Fetch, it says. Anything goes.
Please wait while we load your comments.
Loaded comments, 0.
None.
No, it says please wait. It's still doing it.
Okay.
Still says 0. No idea how that works.
Is there a different link to be able? It might not have been the right link that I.
Did you copy this link right here? The live streaming?
Maybe because that's the studio. Oh, maybe this is the link. Oh, I think we got it. Okay, we gotta put this link in.
Yeah, it still says 0. Okay.
Wow, the suspense is just killing me though. Okay. It won't let me clear out.
Go back.
There we
Okay,
go.
there.
Wow. Okay, here we go. Ready?
It's red X.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Feature share. We gotta get this out there. Wow.
Red X.
We're doing really well with this.
So Rusty Judgment, huh?
Oh man. That doesn't make any sense.
What are you
let me
clicking?
try
What is
this.
this one here? Okay. Oh yes, that's what you got to do right there.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna try this one more time. If this doesn't work, then we'll figure out something else. Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay,
a different
here
one.
we go.
Nope, red X again.
Why? I don't like you.
All right, so Dawn's on a website that's supposed to be picking a
Randomly
random
picking
comment winner,
Ah.
and it is not working.
All right,
What about this one down here? There's one lower.
Ooh,
I don't know that you want to do that.
no. Okay.
No,
You
see, now
won.
you got ads.
Oh
No,
man.
did you
What did you want me to do?
click up there? There was another one you didn't click on. Yep, right there. What's this one? There you go.
Okay. Get random comment. Why is that saying it's a valid?
Invalid video
Video.
ID URL.
Wow. I don't know. I've never had this problem before.
It is weird. It says no. It's
No,
giving
so
the
spinning
spinning
comments.
wheel.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we
Wow,
are
you never had to work so
trying
hard
really
to-
hard to give something away.
Oh, when is your birthday, Tom?
October 3rd.
So coming up in a few weeks.
Real quick here. Dawn's
is-
birthday is first.
Yeah, his is a week and a half before mine or after mine. So we always
Yep.
celebrate kind of.
I am 1 year and 1.5 weeks younger than Dawn.
Yep.
So for a week and a half, she's 2 years older than me.
It's true. Who does your video editing?
We do.
Oh,
It's still
just
trying to
spinning.
generate. I don't know that that's working either.
Nope.
That's disappointing. Oh, what
Yeah,
about down there?
It is.
Sorry that. Oh, you need to pick a.
We're like trying all the different.
Oops.
Oh, it has comments disabled. Oh, it must be because it's
What?
live still. Okay, how about this?
So we have to. Do we have to post it?
I think we have to finish the video.
And
then
then
we
have
can
to,
run the, and so we'll post it. We'll post it to
Yes.
the video description and in your community section.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yep, and we'll reply comments too, so you know who you are.
Yes.
And then you can email us at support@theminimalmom.com and we'll hook you up.
Sure.
God, that's such a bummer. What a, like, it would have been so much more
That
fun.
would have
though
been
if it would've
really
just
fun to be able
worked,
to just announce
right?
it right now.
We could pick a number and then we'll just, should we just spin and then we'll just put the mouse on one?
All right, hold on. You close your eyes.
Okay.
All right, so all the comments are down on the side, and I'm just rolling the dice here. Whoop. Okay.
Am I on one?
Yep, they're moving now.
Okay.
Oh, they're moving.
Oh, maybe that's
Right
not gonna
here.
work. Okay. Diana Hagseth.
Yep.
If by chance you pick me, pick someone else. I already have one.
That's really funny.
All right. How about we should let Diana pick someone then? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh man, you all are the best. Okay.
All right, so what are we doing then?
I don't know.
All right, there you go.
This one?
Yep.
Susan Calhoun.
Susan Calhoun.
Keep the candles burning. All right.
Okay.
Susan.
Susan.
Email me support@theminimalmom.com. So Calhoun, CALHOUN. Calhoun. All right. So Susan, you are the winner. Here, I'm gonna screenshot it quick.
Yep.
And if you email us, then we'll get that to you.
Oh, what is the story about the police arriving in the beginning of the intro?
Oh yeah, you haven't had that coming up.
Many years ago, I pushed a building over,
A corn crib.
and then set it on fire with no burning permit. And maybe some neighbors called us in that we had a building on fire.
Well, so from the road, it looked like because it was right behind the shed that we
Yeah.
moved. So it's like our house, the shed, and then
Massive
the corn crib.
flames.
The flames were huge. You could
Yeah.
apparently see them for over a mile away.
Very far away.
It looked like people thought either our house or the shed was on fire.
Yeah.
So it's fair.
So anyway, the police brought their entire force out.
The
Police,
fire
department, ambulances, medics, 2 water tankers, 2 fire trucks. Literally, like, we have a big yard. It was full of rescue equipment. It was quite embarrassing. And there was also a line of people on the road trying to see what happened from
Because
the
the
road.
smoke was like so big.
Yeah.
So.
So we get burn permits from here on forward.
Yep.
So that's what the cops are about.
Yeah, they came in the driveway pretty fast, actually.
Yeah, they did. And they didn't find it as amusing as well. I didn't find it amusing either.
Yeah.
So
live and
anyway.
learn, right? See, if you
All
were
right.
just sitting at home with your hands in your lap, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
All right.
true.
Well, we hope you guys have a really great weekend, and we're excited to show you. I'm excited to show you the paint color next week too.
I'm excited to show you the kitchen because
Yeah.
that means I'm not working on it anymore.
Yeah,
So
totally.
thanks for watching. See you next week. I would love it if you subscribe. Bye-bye.